That's our very own Idris Hester on our meditation music this morning. Idris, thank you so much. It's so good to have you in the house. Yes, indeed. So thank you. So grateful to have you all in the house as well. Welcome, everyone, to Agape Spiritual Center. We're grateful that you've tuned in with us this morning. And we're grateful to hold you in this space of absolute love, right wherever you are and whatever you're going through. We see you and we love you. So I'm so thankful for this incredible house band that we have here this morning, celebrating with us today. We have Mitch Foreman on the keys, and woo-hoo! And it's his birthday. Yeah. All right. Andre Berry's on bass today. David Neal on guitar. We have Curtis Bird with us on the drum aspect. And of course, Idris Hester. We have Jamie Lula in the house as well. So we're just, we're rocking today. And I'm Marianne Lewis, and it's my pleasure to welcome you all here this morning. So you guys ready to sing? We're going to chant a little. Yeah. All right. You guys know this. About the one life, the one presence, divine that's in all of us. We're gonna rise together as a one life and celebrate that we are rising up with all that we need. Gonna rise together as a one life as we liberate, calling on freedom to rise as one. We're gonna move together as a one life and celebrate. We can take each step with all that we need. We're gonna move together as a one life as we liberate, calling on freedom to move as one. We're gonna love together as a one life and celebrate. We can choose to love from all that we need. Gonna love together as a one life as we liberate, calling on the freedom to love as one. Let's take it up, everybody. We're gonna sing together as a one life and celebrate. We can sing our song for all that we need. We're gonna sing together as a one life as we liberate, calling on freedom to sing as one. We're gonna live together as a one life and celebrate. We are living now from all that we need. We're gonna live together as we liberate, calling on freedom to live as one. We're gonna rise together as a one life and celebrate. We are rising up with all that we need. We're gonna rise together as a one life as we liberate, calling on the freedom to rise and freedom to move as one, freedom to sing as one, freedom to love as one, freedom to rise as one. Yeah. Thank you.
God morning, Agape Nation. I am Reverend Arlene Hilton, and here is your meditative thought, written by our very own Reverend Michael Bernard Beckwith. Learning to live in the present moment doesn't require long years on the planet, let alone lifetimes. What is necessary is a willingness to enter into the depth of living without pushing anything away. The very moment in which you are reading these words or hearing these words can be one of a waking up, not because of what has been written, but because of the totality of your realization that this very moment is momentous because it is pregnant with the possibility of your awakening. Reverend Michael Bernard Beckwith, blessings.
Thank you, Reverend Arlene, Director of our teen ministry, and so much more. So it's time now for our congregational song, which is called Use Me. And if you are here with us for the very first time, we welcome you. Thank you all for being here. You can follow along with us. The words will be on the screen. And we'd love to stand at this time as well in our service and just stand for this presence of love that we are all here celebrating. Use me, oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. I used to think God was the sun, God is the sun, but God's so much more than the earth or the stars or all of creation. God is creator, all in all, needing us to shine His light as me, as you. So use me, oh God, I stand for you. Here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. Yeah. Command my hands, what must they do? Command my life, it's here for you. God is the love that heals all creation. God is creator and makes all things new. God needs us to shine His light as me, as you. So use me, oh God, I stand for you. Here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. Show me all that I must do. Show me all that I must do.
Good morning, Agape. I'll be reading from my phone. Our musical inspiration will be tuning in on a video, and I just want to let you know who it is. It's Daniel Nahmod. If you haven't heard him, he is fabulous. He's an Orange County, California-based singer, songwriter, producer, and humanitarian. He has performed his profound, heart-opening original music for over 1 million people all around the world and in Canada since beginning his career in 1999. And he has, literally thousands of standing ovations in his way of expressing. His songs are recorded and performed all over the world on a weekly basis. And recent media appearances of Daniel's music include Saturday Night Live, The Voice, American Idol, the Super Bowl, and the Today Show. Daniel Nahmod is an inspiration, and we're going to hear him right now.
Hello, Agape. It's Daniel Nahmod. I'm here in my home studio in Orange County, California, just about 35 miles south of you guys. Happy New Year to you. Doesn't it feel finally like a new year, like a new day, like we're rounding a bend and heading for a different kind of home? I'm looking forward to it, kind of savoring the feeling. New administration. There's a new feeling in the air. I was thinking about Dr. King recently on Martin Luther King Jr. Day. And I gave a little talk, a little presentation about him. Then I started talking about his beloved eldest daughter, Yolanda, who I had the honor of knowing and working with a little bit. Yolanda was a dignified, proud, talented, beautiful, strong, smart woman. She knew her place in history. She knew how to use her voice to make the world a better place, to move an audience, and to honor her parents' legacy. And thinking about her now comes to mind a song of mine that she really enjoyed. How cool is that? And it feels like an appropriate song for the moment. We here in America have been through something of a ringer. It's been a tough stretch of time. But I do think Dr. King, Coretta, Yolanda, and so many others lead the way with the simple awareness, the simple sharing that our love, our kindness, our openness, our willingness, our generosity, that's the stuff of a better world. One choice at a time, one day at a time, one conversation at a time, one relationship at a time. Opening up here opens up everywhere. So, in honor of Yolanda and her daddy, and in honor of you, the good people of Agape, and in honor of a new president and a new dawn for the United States and the world, here is a song that I wrote a while back called God's Name. When I watch the news, it makes me cry for all of the anger I see. So many souls believing the lie that hatred is all they can be. So I take the chance to offer my prayer, to whisper the truth. And I believe today is the day that my message gets through. That we are all children of the God of love. We are all meant to be instruments of peace. There's no us or them, foe or friend. We are all the same. There is only one, 'cause everyone is born with God's name. question becomes, where do we start? How do we heal so much pain? The answer is clear. We open our hearts and let love wash away every stain. 'Cause peace in our time begins with a smile, with one open hand. And when we teach by example, the world is sure to understand that we are all children of the God of love. We are all meant to be instruments of peace. There's no us or them, foe or friend. We are all the same. There is only one, 'cause everyone is born with God's name. Well, sometimes it seems so useless to try, so futile to dream. But remember, the power of creation lies in what we believe. 'Cause we are all children of the God of love. We are all meant to be instruments of peace. There's no us or them, foe or friend. We are all the same. There is only one, 'cause everyone is born with God's name. There is only one, 'cause everyone is born with God's name. With God's name.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. Welcome and good morning. So that was Daniel Nahmod. I already introduced him. We're grateful for his beautiful music, what he brings. I'm going to acknowledge the house band. They're playing music. Let's say hello to them for a minute. So that's Mitch Foreman and David Neal. Yes. And we have Idris Hester. And no, sorry. Oh, there you are. Yay. Curtis Bird, Andre Berry. Give them all some love and appreciation. Mary Ann Lewis is there. Love to you. Thank you so much. Love to you, Agape. Welcome. Happy Sunday. I'm delighted to be your hosting minister. I'm Reverend Dr. Coco Stewart, founding member. So thrilled to have been here. I was only 12. How old is Reverend Michael? Let's see. Anyway, so welcome and love to each and every one of you. Welcome to Dr. Michael as they are tuning in from Rhythmia, Costa Rica, and you will be hearing from him later. He's out of the platform. He has his people here with us. That's you, and that's him right where he is. So welcome and love to each and every one of you. Reverend Michael will be back next Sunday. And as always, when Reverend Dr. Michael travels and is out of the pulpit, there's always an activating, powerful consciousness of wholeness, of truth, of radiant grace and dynamic beauty. And today we have our very own Reverend Suzi Lula. So we are thrilled about this. I will tell you more about her later. I have known Reverend Suzi for many, many years, so I'm thrilled and delighted that she's here speaking this morning. If this is your first time worshiping with us on the Love Stream, we want to welcome you. So we invite you, if you can, if you're able, right where you are, if you feel good about it, to just stand up so we can welcome you. If you are here in the sanctuary, you're in the sanctuary of our hearts. So we want to embrace you and love you. And I know the practitioners online are holding you in love, and the people and the 12 people who are here are loving and embracing you. So thank you so much for making Agape your place of worship. So we behold you in our mind's eye. We hold you in our hearts. We tenderly know the embrace of truth as the life that you are. We recognize you. We know who you really are. You are a spiritual emanation of divine beauty, spiritual love intelligence, and joy expanding and expressing. Wrap your arms around yourself and give yourself a big hug, because that would be what we would do if you were here in the room. So we would say, welcome to Agape. Much love to you, much joy. Again, grateful that you tuned in, and knowing that you keep stopping back in and dipping into this infinite wellspring of love that is your identity and heart. Thank you so much. And now, as you know in the service, as you know, we have wonderful Agape licensed spiritual practitioners, the first ecclesiastical arm of the church. That means they are guided and living from the principles of truth, of oneness, through the energy of unconditional love and the divine embrace of perfect spirit as life itself. They continue to lift us in the service. They're holding prayer vigil. I mentioned they're chatting in online, so they're sending you some love, some joy, some light. They're under the direction of Reverend Kathleen and Reverend Jason. They're maintaining an unbroken awareness of the presence of God. So we just know everything is going to go extremely well for the service. Coming forward at this time in the service to represent that field of consciousness, the Agape practitioners, wonderful licensed practitioner, Michael Torres.
Good morning, Agape. Reverend Michael's theme for this month is soulful success, robbery, limitation, and hindrance not included. Our speaker today is Reverend Suzi Lula, and her topic is permission to thrive. This morning, I had the joy of facilitating our meditation with music by practitioner Idris Hester. Today, our musical inspiration is Nahmod. Licensed practitioners are currently holding prayer vigil and engaging with you in the comments of this broadcast on Facebook Live. You are invited to share any prayer request there or contact our ministry directly. And now our flower dedication. Thank you. As a mother, as a grandmommy, and hostess with the mostest, to all who entered your loving home. 2 years ago today, we watched your last physical breath, only to know Spirit breathes you stronger through us all, in love and legacy. In gratitude and grace, Colette, Chaz, and Omari Foster Groves. And now it is time for our affirmations. I invite you to please stand and repeat them aloud after me, line by line. I am here to deliver my gifts and follow my bliss.
I'm here to
Today, I simply and joyfully present myself for the good of God to express. Divine love is made visible through my presence in my workplace. The prospering energy of pure spirit blesses every aspect of my being. Sincerity and earnestness give me wings on my spiritual journey. I believe, I receive, and I am grateful for it. And so it is. Amen. Now it is time for Agape's purpose statement. Our purpose as an intentional spiritual community is to be a living environment for individuals to realize that they are unique emanations of God, the love intelligence governing the universe. We embody an understanding of our oneness with God, and we consciously practice this truth in our everyday lives. Through the New Thought, Ageless Wisdom teachings, and the energy of unconditional love, we are committed to individual transformation and to being a beneficial presence on the planet. Simply, we are here for God. Our selected reading today is taken from the book 40-Day Mind Fast Soul Feast by our beloved Reverend Michael Bernard Beckwith. It is day 11, entitled, Set Your Imagination on Fire. As you begin to hone and refine your imagining and visioning skills, you will increase your ability to see beyond the outer appearances of life's circumstances. How do you do this? By treating yourself as you wish others to treat you. Respond to yourself as you desire the universe to respond to you. Examine your thoughts and feelings, looking honestly at their contents, for this is what you invite to enter your awareness, your consciousness. What is your inner dialogue with yourself about yourself? Throughout the day, keep a mental diary of your inner conversations. Then at night, enter them into your journal. Gradually, you'll see a pattern emerge, which will guide you in making any necessary changes. Establish a firm intention within yourself. Declare to yourself with absolute assurance that your faith is in one power, one presence, one life. Say this with passion, intensity, and confidence. Allow your thoughts, words, and actions to revolve around this conviction as you deliberately focus on your oneness with Spirit, inviting it to be the truth in which your consciousness is rooted. Your imagining and your visioning skills will be positively impacted, expanding your self-acquaintanceship and interactions with your world. Today, begin to live a life filled with the eternal verities of Spirit, expressing beyond what you can now imagine. You will discover that your imagination is a stepping stone to waking up to what has always been true about you. And so let us turn within. And so how good it is to turn within, how good it is to direct our attention inward towards this indwelling presence. How grateful I am for this community, grateful for Reverend Michael, grateful for this service today, grateful for each and every love streamer that has tuned in. Grateful simply to be, recognizing God as the one power and presence, the absoluteness of love and intelligence and beauty. So grateful I am to recognize that we are one with it, one with each and every quality, one with each and every capacity of spirit, absolutely one. And so good it is to just bless this service, to Bless Reverend Suzi as she brings forth the word of God, the living word of spirit, knowing that she is divinely guided and maintained by this loving presence, and that her message lands on open hearts and loving minds. So grateful I am to simply bless our time together today, naming it magnificent, naming this the best service ever. I give thanks for the word spoken and simply allow it to be, and so it is. Amen. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Michael.
Good morning, Agape.
Morning.
So grateful to be here today. Singing for my wife and God, of course.
You all know this one. It's a Jamie Lula chant.
We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the love that we seek. We are the seeds we are sowing. We are the harvest we reap. Come on, y'all. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the love that we seek. We are the seeds we are sowing. We are the harvest we reap. I am. Oh, I am. That I am. Oh, I am. That I am. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the love that we seek. We are the seeds we are sowing. We are the harvest we reap. I am that I am. Oh, I am that I am. Oh, I am that I am. Oh, I am that We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the love that we seek. We are the seeds we are sowing. We are the harvest we reap. Come on, y'all. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the love that we seek. We are the seeds we are sowing. We are the harvest we reap. Take it home. We are the harvest we reap. One more time. We are the harvest we reap.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Beautiful. Jamie might be related to Suzi, or maybe Suzi's related to Jamie. We'll talk about that maybe in a minute. And as always, there's a lot going on at this center. You know, God is a 24 hours a day, 7 days a week experience and presence. So Agape just moves right along with that. So here to highlight some of the happenings is our own Agape practitioner, Lynn Alicia Henderson.
Thank you, Reverend Coco. Good morning, Agape. Good morning. Well, as Reverend Coco said, there are a lot of wonderful things going on here in our community, so please make sure you visit the Agape website, agapelive.com, for more information and details on all of this, and all times are listed Pacific time. Now, if you missed Agape's New Year's Intensive, the Sovereign Soul Meditation, Visioning, and Activation with Reverend Michael, you can still purchase access to the archive until January 31st. It is available 24/7, so you can watch and revisit Rev's dynamic teachings, meditation, visioning, and activations as often as you like. Now, also, you can take this opportunity to begin your 2021 in the high vibration of powerful intention setting and engage in powerful spiritual practices and technologies that vibrationally align us to the truth of our being. Yes? Great. Today, Teen Agape is open online at 11:15 a.m. Connect with like-minded teens, engage in transformational processes, and learn how to live the principles of Agape. Click the Teen Agape banner on the website for more information and to join. And, hey, get your Agape Youth Fun Packs filled with the inspirational activities to support your child's spiritual learning and practice. We have expanded the live classes to include preteens ages 9 to 13 at 2 o'clock p.m. and children ages 3 to 8 at 3:30 p.m. Both are on live Zoom with music, singing, and more. To join, email revleon@agapelive.com. We? See? Excellent. Okay. Agape has daily morning prayer at 8 a.m. and noon meditation offerings to support you spiritually during your safer at home period. So go to Agape Live at home for more details. And listen, do you need to talk to someone, feel overwhelmed? Well, Crisis Support Clinic will be in session tomorrow. Email us at crisissupport@agapelive.com to set up your 20-minute appointment. The clinic is open from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. and is offered on a love offering basis to the community at large. Yes? Excellent. Now, as we approach the official start date for the 24th annual Season for Nonviolence, which begins January 30th and completes on April 4th, our Friday night spiritual community gatherings will focus on content and engage in discussions each week around the subject of nonviolence. The Season for Nonviolence commemorates the assassinations of Mahatma Gandhi and Martin Luther King, reminding us all about the practice of nonviolence to help bring about peace in our world, especially significant for our world today. Reverend Cheryl Ward will be our guest for the opening this Friday, January 29th at 5:30 p.m. Please join us by signing up at scg@agapelive.com. Together, we can truly help to create a world that works for all. Also, Agape University invites you to save these dates for classes. Coming soon, 3 transformational classes open to all, also required classes for both the practitioner and the prayer programs. We have the Physics of Prayer, 5 Saturdays beginning February 13th, and Inclusivity, that's a new class, 5 Wednesdays beginning February 17th, and Life Visioning Process, 8 Tuesdays beginning February 23rd. So, for more information regarding and including registration, it will be available on our website, agapelive.com, next week. See? Oui? Bueno. All right. Agape Nation, how has being a part of the beloved community changed your life? Has Reverend Michael's teaching enhanced your practice or helped you find your purpose? Yes, of course. Well, what's your testimony? We want to know your story and all the great work that you are doing in the world. We will share your Agape miracle. Make sure to upload your 2-minute video by using the banner on the Agape website. And listen, are you dancing with the Rev? When you look up at the cosmos, the planets, that's the dance of the Spirit, God dancing. All of it's happening within nature, and we are here to participate. Send us your 1-minute video dancing during a Sunday service, uploaded at the banner on Agape website, and you may see yourself dance with the Rev on social media and on Sundays. Yeah? Excellent. Now, while this is not an Agape event, it does benefit Agape. Here's a special offer from Reverend Michael and his dear friend and longtime supporter of Agape, Mary Morrissey.
Hi, Agape. Mary Morrissey here. Dr. Michael and I have been friends since the late 1980s, and so we have created something together that I think will be a very, very special offer for you. I'm known in the world as the expert in dream building. Lots of people dream, but understanding the art and the science of dream building is another matter. And so I do an annual event, and it is called Dream Builder Live, where we do a 3-day adventure into the art and science of dream building, where you leave with a crystal clear vision for your life over the next 3 years and an understanding of the physics of how to transform your current conditions into the results that you have dreamed up. So normally the tickets are $1,197. We have people coming already from over 35 countries. And we reserved a special number of tickets for the Agape community, not at $1,197, at $97 each. So if this sounds good to you, you can take a look at the opportunity. Go to dreambuilderlive.com/agape. at dreambuilderlive.com/agape. So here's to your best next decade. And if you'd love support with that, then I'll see you at Dream Builder Live. I want to give a big hug to Dr. Michael Beckwith and your whole community. Thanks.
In addition, a portion of your ticket purchases will be donated to Agape. What a wonderful way to support both yourself and your spiritual community. Go to dreambuilderlive.com/agape to register. Yes? All right, until next time, peace and blessings, Agape.
Thank you so much, Linda Alicia. I always appreciate when she comes forward to do those. So let's see. In a minute, we're going to hear Daniel Nahmod streaming in from Orange County. Again, you know, he spoke in his opening a lot about Yolanda King, and I was reminded that Yolanda is I want to say is, even though she's passed, an Agape member. She's has been a member of Agape. And let's see. Let's hear from Reverend Michael.
Peace and dynamic listening. Today's a great day. Why is it a great day? Because you woke up surrounded by a field of infinite potential that's within you and infinite possibilities. And you're at Agape right now, virtually. Today's a wonderful day for Agape. The Reverend Suzi Lula is bringing the powerful message. David Nahmod is coming forth with the dynamic music. Marianne Lewis and her crew bringing forth the soulful sounds of Agape and you. Presently, I'm at the Life Advancement Center called Arrhythmia here in Costa Rica. We're in a bubble, as safe as the NBA playoffs. And I get to teach for the next few days. So today, open up your heart, allow the God times to roll through your being, and have a bright day. I'll see you next Sunday. Continue to smile from the inside out. Today is a good day. Peace!
I love you, really.
Yeah, Rev, always good to hear from him. Love it. So I'm going to take a moment to just say a couple of things about Reverend Suzi. I love that I can call her Reverend Suzi. I've known Suzi for many, many years, and I actually remember her. She's the author of the book, The Motherhood Evolution. As it says here, it reminds us that we're here to thrive. But I remember standing with Suzi in the parking lot talking about that she should write the book. That's how long I've known Reverend Suzi. And I'm just delighted to introduce you to her. She has a profound consciousness of wisdom and truth. She's a spiritual therapist and has done her own magnificent work. She's an Agape master teacher, and she serves on our board of trustees. And again, just this year, she just graduated from the Michael Bernard Beckwith School of Ministry, so now she's Reverend Suzi Lula. Yes, we celebrate and rejoice. So right after we hear from Daniel Nahmod, Reverend Suzi will step up to the platform for the inspiration of a lifetime. Love to you, Agape.
Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, my soul. Everything I've ever done, everything I've ever seen, I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, my soul. Get ready to bring it on. Everything new, everything different, everything true. I am ready for my next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new. I'm through crying, I'm through waiting, I'm through hoping against all hope. I'm through longing for something gone that'll never return. I think I finally learned to bring it on. Everything new, everything different, everything true. I am ready for my next thing to do. Yeah. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new. I'm through grieving, I'm through dreaming that the life I had is ever coming back. No more wishing on someone else's star that'll never be mine. I think it's time to bring it on. Everything new, everything different, everything true. I am ready for my next thing to do. Yeah. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new. And I've survived many times before. Broken hearts and slamming doors. I'll be alright, yes I will, once more, just as I did back then. I'm gonna rise again, so bring it on. Everything new, everything different, everything true. I am ready for my next thing to do, yeah. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new. I know it's gonna be everything new. So get ready, my soul.
Thank you, David Nahmod. Daniel, thank you, excuse me. Thank you, Daniel Nahmod. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful sentiment. Welcome, Agape Nation. Welcome, Agape family. I'm so honored to get to be with you all today. You are my spiritual family, so I'm grateful that we get to gather as a spiritual family. And I come today with a question for you. Raise your hand right where you're seated if you've ever played small in your life. Have you ever dimmed yourself down, perhaps thinking you would spare another person to feel uncomfortable? Have you ever played small? Have you ever dimmed your own sparkle in your own life? If so, raise your hand right where you're seated. I'm joining you. Now, this month, Reverend Michael has been speaking about soulful success. And last week, he said that in order to achieve true soulful success, we need to start with a dream. So he asked, do you have a dream? And then he asked, do you remember? Anyone watch last week? He asked, do you have a bodacious dream? I loved that. He said, is your dream bodacious? So I'm asking you, is your dream bodacious? Do you have a dream, and is it a bodacious dream? So last week, I was part of a virtual retreat. Our board of trustees had a retreat with Reverend Michael, and he was guiding us through a visioning process. And in that visioning process, during that time, I was feeling so good. I'm in a chapter of my life where I'm just feeling really good about how I'm showing up. I'm feeling really comfortable in my own skin. I'm feeling really good about the way that I'm showing up in my life, in my marriage. Jamie and I are just getting closer and closer during this time of COVID. I'm feeling really good about the way I'm showing up for our son, Will, and he's just growing to be this stellar young adult. I'm feeling really good in this visioning about the way I'm showing up for my clients, and my business is booming, and I'm just feeling really good. I have a few friends who are going through challenges, and I'm feeling really good about the way that I'm showing up for them. So we're in this visioning process, and I'm feeling really good, and my heart is really expanding until Reverend Michael says, and now we're going to share our vision with each other. So I'm wondering if this has ever happened to any of you. I'm going to ask you right now, before we go on, if you would, to just gently close your eyes right where you are. Feel into a space in your life, a way in your life, a time in your life that you legitimately, authentically, in a real, meaningful way just feel good. It doesn't have to be anything large. It could be you feel good for the kind individual that you are. Maybe you're working on becoming more self-compassionate. Maybe you're working on opening your heart just a little more, being a little less protected in your life. Maybe you're feeling that bodacious dream. It's calling you, it's pushing you. But whatever it is, a space and a place in your life that you sincerely, authentically just feel good. And allow yourself to just in this moment feel what it feels like to feel good, unabashedly good. Let yourself, allow yourself. This is where I was. I was feeling expanded. I was feeling good. I was feeling open until Reverend Michael had to say, now we're going to share our vision with each other. And then this loud, booming voice in my own mind, of course, said, are you kidding? Are you crazy? Are you insane? You cannot share that out loud. You're going to sound so arrogant. You can't share that, how good you feel. You can't tell them you're all that. One of the other board members, they might be going through a challenge. And if they're going through a challenge, then you're going to seem insensitive. You can't be like all kumbaya when somebody else is going through a challenge in their life. And then there was a more quiet voice, a more subtle voice. It was like a tapping on my shoulders. Does this ever happen to you? It's like a whisper. It said, don't be insensitive. Don't share. They might judge you. They might not accept you. Then you're not going to belong. So in that moment, I'm feeling really good, and I'm hearing these voices, And this is why I love the word thrive. And this is why we need permission to thrive today. So I'm asking, maybe you've had the same feeling. You're feeling authentically, legitimately good. And then either a voice in your own mind, your past circumstances, your past situations, something in your outer life, something is telling you to put on the brakes. Something's telling you speak up just a little less. Something's telling you to just be a little less sparkly, a little less glittery. You might be hiding your sparkles under a bushel. Something stops you, something tries to stop you in your path. But I love the word thrive. I love the word thrive for so many reasons. First of all, thrive is a verb. It's an action. And the definition of the word thrive is to flourish vigorously. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I want to flourish in my life. And I want to flourish vigorously. So if you want to flourish vigorously in your life, right where you are, raise your hand. Open up to it, right? Flourish vigorously. And the next definition of the word thrive says to flourish vigorously in the midst of and in spite of the situations and circumstances that may be going on in your life. So think about this. It's giving us permission by its very definition to flourish vigorously in the midst of and in spite of whatever might be going on in our circumstance or in our mind. So I knew in that moment I needed to share anyway. I needed to become vulnerable, authentic, and share anyway. This definition of the word thrive is actually a very metaphysical definition if you think about it. It's actually a very quantum principle if you think about it, right? Metaphysical means beyond the physical. So in the very definition, it says, in the midst of circumstances and situations. So it's teaching us that we don't need to deny or push away or resist any situations or any circumstances in our life. We are often taught, and culture teaches us, that we live in a duality, either or, right, wrong. Correct? Culture doesn't teach us how to be in relationship with the challenges that we might be going through. So we end up on a seesaw. We either are feeling really good because nothing's going on, and we're certainly not going to address it if it is, and we're feeling really good, spiritual bypass, all is well, or we're on the other side of the seesaw, and we identify so much with the challenge that we think we are the challenge, and the challenge itself and our thoughts about the challenge itself ends up taking us on a downward spiral. Can you relate to this? The seesaw, right? In a blink of an eye, in the snap of a finger, that seemingly, or the thoughts about the challenge in your life has you going on a downward spiral before you even realize it. But the definition of thrive says, in the midst of whatever is going on, you don't have to deny it, you don't have to resist it. You can choose to lift your vibration and choose to flourish vigorously. This is also a quantum idea, right? Because it's telling us that two different things can occupy the same space at the same time. It's telling us that we don't have to choose an either or. We don't have to choose to be all spiritually bypassed and all is well without really addressing what's going on in a deep and grappling way. And it's also telling us that we don't have to be afraid, we don't have to resist, we don't have to deny what's happening. And when you do this, when you don't deny, when you're willing to grapple with what's going on and not be identified with it and not let it take you down and simultaneously decide to thrive anyway, what happens is that within your own body temple, you are recalibrated. Whatever thoughts you have about conditions and past and challenges are recalibrated in your nervous system. Your brain chemistry is literally recalibrated and rewired. The synapses in your brain are literally recalibrated. You are realigned from the inside out. You're recalibrated from the inside out. And what do we know about the universe? The universe is a reflective universe. The universe mirrors us. And so when we recalibrate ourselves, when we realign ourselves from the inside out, then the universe then realigns everything and recalibrates everything in our outer world, and synchronicity happens. The perfect individual calls you at the perfect time in an unexpected way. Things open up. You have an inner breakthrough. Your heart opens, and then everything in your outer world reflects that and aligns with that. I heard a quote a few weeks ago that I just love by August Wilson. And he said, "For those who dare to grapple with your demons, you cause your angels to sing." For those of you who dare to grapple with your demons, you cause your angels to sing. This is another quantum principle, really. It's saying when you dare to grapple with what is real in your life, but not be seduced by it, your angels sing. You rise up into the high vibration of the angelic realm. Your very decision allows you to rise up in consciousness. Are you willing to do this? Are you ready to do this? You know, we as a board of trustees, when the pandemic first began, we got together with Reverend Michael and we made a decision together. We didn't deny that there's a global pandemic happening. We didn't deny that people are losing their jobs. We aren't denying that there is a long-standing systemic racism happening in this country that needs to be addressed. And in the midst of that, and in spite of that, and because of that, we decided, we are deciding, we are choosing right now to rise anyway, to elevate our consciousness anyway, to expand our consciousness, to vigorously thrive, to vigorously flourish, to bloom, to blossom, to sing, to sail, to soar, to shine in the midst of what is happening. Why is this so important? Because as we decide to expand and elevate our consciousness in the midst of what's happening, we become a larger container. We become a container of higher frequency. We become the container that knows that we are connected to an infinite source, an infinite presence that is unending, unbounded, unlimited, unabashed. And so we expand the container that we are. We are expanding the container that we are as Agape. And therefore, we were able to add more prayer classes, add more meditation time, add community gatherings. We become a larger container to hold all those around the globe who need to hear these teachings, who are hungry and thirsty for these teachings because of the situations and circumstances that are happening in the outer world. You see, we're not denying it. We're rising because of it. So just be present in your own mind, in your own heart, for what it is that is calling you right now in your life, what it is that is pushing you, prompting you to have a breakthrough, a breakout. And yes, you may be going through some challenges in your own life. Are you willing to rise anyway? Perhaps you're a parent and you have 3 children and they are on 3 different Zoom screens in the day because you're having to distance learn. And you're trying to work from home. That's a challenge. That's happening. You don't need to deny that, but please don't let it entice you to pull you down. Decide in the midst of it, in spite of it, that you are going to flourish. You're going to shine. You're going to soar. You're not going to hide any of your sparkles, right? Perhaps you did lose your job. Perhaps you are going through a financial challenge or a health challenge. Decide to thrive in the midst of it. Yes, you might want to clean up how you're eating. You might need to make some different food choices. You might decide to start taking systemic enzymes, and you might decide to start eating more fresh produce and drink some celery juice and exercise and work out and take some yoga classes and learn deep breathing. Yes, you might be inspired to do all of that when you decide to rise and elevate your consciousness in the midst of whatever is happening. So I love this word thrive because it gives us permission to have a both and experience rather than an either or experience. Are you with me? Many of us in this nation watched the inauguration last week. I was particularly enamored, as probably many of you, with this 22-year-old, you know who I'm talking about, brilliant, exquisite being, Amanda Gorman, poet, spoke The Hill That We Climb. And I saw an interview with her, Anderson Cooper, after the inauguration. And she was talking about how she had been intensely preparing for this ever since November. She had been doing research. And then the insurrection happened on January 6th. And she had a moment where she was grappling with whether she was going to include this in the poem or not. And she said she grappled with it. And she said that the moment that she decided, of course I need to include this in the poem, at that moment was the moment that everything came together for her in that poem. The poem came together when she made that decision. She also said that at the end, the last 3 lines of that poem are just exquisite. A new dawn blooms when we are brave enough to see it, when we are brave enough to be it. And she said she grappled with that last line, to be brave enough to be it, because she wondered, is it too much? Obviously, she decided yes. She followed her promptings. She was true to herself. She was authentic to her calling. And we have this amazing poem, this dynamically brilliant, powerful poem, because this individual dared to grapple and be true to herself, to stand forward with her voice full. This is our invitation together. This is our mandate together. We are being called in the midst of and in spite of any situation and circumstance that you might find yourself in, to make the decision to thrive anyway, to expand anyway, to be true to yourself anyway. That weekend after our board meeting, the board retreat, after I had shared, I felt so good that weekend. I was buzzing that weekend. I was so alive that weekend. Why? Because I had been true to myself. And I felt expanded that weekend. And then on Sunday, I had a spiritual experience. I had a spiritual awakening. I was meditating, and I felt like I was at the height of the moon. I was literally as high as the moon looking down at earth. I was so high, my perspective was so high and so elevated that I could see all of planet Earth. And I could see myself on planet Earth. And I could see all the ways that I have ever put a ceiling on my own head. And I could see that every one of those ceilings that I've ever placed upon my own head has always been self-imposed. That a ceiling is an illusion, that there are no ceilings. Are you willing to know this as your life? I could see from that high perspective, from the height of the moon looking down at the earth, I could see all of humanity, and my heart was breaking for all of humanity as I saw how each of us and all of us together put these ceilings upon us that are an illusion. Because we've been taught, because we've been conditioned, because we agree. And so I'm here to share that there is no ceiling. We are free, we are liberated, we are unencumbered by a presence and a God that is unlimited, that wants only for each of us, for all of us to thrive in the midst of whatever is going on. And it vigorously supports us. So right where you are, know that you are vigorously supported. So just gently close your eyes one last time with me. Call forward that good feeling again. Maybe it's a place that you are committing to keep your heart open just a little bit more, to be just a little less protected in your life, to be maybe just a little more loving in your heart, to be a little more self-compassionate, to be a little more kind to yourself and others. Maybe it's a way that you are finally saying yes to that dream, to that bodacious dream that Reverend Michael talked about. To be bold enough, to be brave enough, to see yourself through, to elevate anyway, to expand anyway, to rise up anyway, to have your voice anyway, to speak out anyway, to speak up anyway, to be all that sparkle, all that glitter that you are here to be. That you are deciding not to hide your sparkle under a bushel any longer. Feel into that. Let it be alive within you. Let your own body temple buzz with it, vibrate with it. Don't let anything hold you back. Don't let anyone hold you back, most especially the thoughts in your own mind. And see from this high perspective of the moon all the way down to the earth that you are the only one that is holding any ceiling above you, that it's an illusion. It's not in alignment with the Spirit of God that we know that is infinitely loving and supportive and generous, and provides for us everything that we need to thrive today. Decide this, declare this in your own consciousness, in your own way, in your own being. And as you are saying this inner yes, just allow this to reverberate within your being. I give myself full permission to thrive. I give myself full permission to know there is no ceiling in my life. There is no ceiling to the amount of love that I can give and receive in my life. I give myself permission to know that there is no ceiling. There is no ceiling to my radiant, vital, perfect, dynamic health. There is no ceiling to my abundance and prosperity, opulence, financial health, emotional health, physical health, spiritual health. There is no ceiling. I am free. I am liberated. I am unencumbered. From the height of the moon, from the height of a mountaintop, there is no ceiling above us. The sky is the limit. There are no walls. There are no limitations. See yourself absolutely unabashedly free. And say to yourself, I give myself permission to thrive. I give myself permission to thrive. Will you give yourself this permission? The answer is yes. Thank you. Thank you. And let us, thank you. Thank you. And let us, right where you are, let us together anchor this in a moment of prayer. Let us anchor this. Let us rise high into the high and holy vibration of prayer. So I invite you to just gently close your eyes right where you are. How deeply grateful I am to get to be in fellowship here, to get to join together with my spiritual family, that we get to join together from all parts of the globe, all parts of earth. Everyone is represented here. Everyone is included here. No one or no thing is denied or left out. And so it is from this vast, inclusive presence, place, and energy that I invite you all to rest into your own heart, to allow your mind to rest. Because I know right now that there is only just this one presence. It is unlimited. It is unabashed. It is everywhere presence. It is the power of love. Pure, pristine, unconditional love, a love that transcends all conditions. This love is right here, this creativity, this inspiration, this opulence, prosperity, perfect health, dynamic well-being. It is right here. It is my nature. It is vibrating, alive within me. I know this presence, and I know this presence to be my life, and I know this presence to be your life. I know this presence to be the life of our beloved Agape family. This is who we are. Feel the vibration. Allow yourself to feel this vibration, to let your heart say yes to this vibration. What I am knowing for each of you, for all of you, for each of us, for all of us, is radiant, dynamic, vital, dynamic health, perfect health now, wholeness now, enoughness now. I know for you right where you are, absolute creativity, inspiration. I know that you are one with the one right now, and that you know this to be the truth of your nature. I know that you are being sourced and resourced by this one power, this one presence. You are being refreshed, renewed, restored, revitalized right now. The cells of your body are birthing themselves into wholeness right now. This is your nature. This is the way it is. So I know abundance, I know prosperity, I know opulence, lavish opulence. Most of all, I know that we are all flourishing. I know that we are all vigorously flourishing right now. I know this for us as individuals. I know this for us as a dynamic spiritual family that has work to do on this planet. I know that right where Reverend Mike Bernard Beckwith is, he is blessed. He is being restored and revitalized, refreshed, made whole, that he may continue to do this mighty work on the planet. I know this for every ministry here, every practitioner here, every minister here, every staff member here, every congregant here, every student here, everyone around this planet. You right now, vigorously flourishing. You're manifesting your bodacious dream right now. And we move into the part of the prayer where we hold for each other. If there is someone that you are holding in prayer, call them into your heart right now. You can say their name out loud. We pay this prayer forward right now, and we hold in our hearts. Dear Agape member Clay Pruitt, we hold him in our hearts. We hold Davina Katowski and her mom, Janice, for Ray in our hearts right now. We are generous with our prayers. We hold them. We hold Adriana Catet for her cousin, Dilson. We're generous. We hold them. We become a container for them. We see them in their wholeness. And for those who are holding individuals who have made their transition to that next realm, who are free and unencumbered, we hold our beloved Terry Miles, Terry, Albert, and their entire family for her mom, Rosalind, who has made her transition. She is free, but we hold peace for this family, this beloved family, Terry, in our hearts. We hold for Brianna Doreen, Aria Patricia, for Debbie Jones. As Debbie has moved into that next realm, we hold in our hearts for that family, that they may feel the peace that passes human understanding. For our practitioner student, Jane Elizabeth, for her friend, Cheryl, we hold them in our hearts, in our being. For Sarah Keel Bo, for Bo's dad, Samuel. For our cameraman, Don Hickman, and family, for his uncle, Bill. As these individuals making their transition and the individuals holding the individuals, we know peace. And we take a special moment to hold Hank Aaron in our hearts, in our minds, in our prayers, and we offer our extended prayers to his family. Hank Aaron, one of the most amazing athletes on planet Earth, 713 home runs, amazing physical athlete, and yet, and in addition, an amazing character, a stellar individual, a stellar human being that defied racism, that stood in the face of hatred and faced it down. We hold his high and mighty character in our hearts, and we send peace and love to his family. From this deep place, we allow this to integrate itself and embody itself into our body temple, and we allow Suzi Lula to pray in song.
Oh, great Spirit of love, giving freely, refusing none. Oh, great Spirit of love, eternal goodness flows like a flood. great Spirit of love, giving freely, refusing none. O great Spirit of love, eternal goodness flows like a flood. Love is all is love. Join us in singing the music of one in all in one. No greater blessing neath moon or sun. No greater blessing. Oh, great Spirit of love, giving freely, refusing none. Oh, great Spirit of love, eternal goodness flows like a flood. Flows like a flood.
So we allow ourselves to be flooded right now with the Holy Spirit. Allow yourself right now to be flooded with the high and holy vibration of love. Deeply grateful. Thank you, Jamie. And whenever you're ready, gently open your eyes. It's really hard to open your eyes with that flooding of love. Thank you. Bodacious dream, thriving. Here's our first opportunity to practice it. So this is our moment as Willard is coming forward, and right where you are, we get to practice bodacious offering, bodacious giving. I come with a question to the offering. Will you be a bodacious giver today? And so it's the time in our service where we give back. We give. We become part of the circulation. So there are many ways that you can give to Agape, to allow our staff, our ministries, to continue to flourish vigorously. You know, we are self-supporting, self-sustaining. We're not backed by any, as Reverend Coco said earlier, corporations. She said the corporation of God. That's true. So your tithes, your generosity allows us to continue to thrive vigorously. So there are many ways. You can go to our website, agapelive.com, the banner, click on the banner. You can text to donate. That number is 424-321-6243. Text to donate, 424-321-6243, and text the word give. Simple. Facebook Live, text to donate, Agape Live. You can do snail mail. You can send it in, and as Reverend Michael loves to say, he loves reading all of your cards. He loves it. I see him reading everyone, blessing everyone. So we are grateful for whatever ways that you choose to give. And when I say bodacious giving, I mean it. Bodacious giving, but I want to clarify, it doesn't mean it has to be some large, grand number, although a large, grand number is always greatly appreciated. Bodacious giving means that you feel good about what you give. You give something, yes, to support Agape, but you give something so that you feel good about your giving. It's the quality, it's the feeling of goodness that you feel when you give. So give what you can, stretch a little bit, and allow yourself to have that good feeling.
Let's all come together and sing this song when we are united and standing strong. There is no within the heart we share with one another, no other there. We are one people, breathing one air, one human family that we all share. We are one spirit, come from one mind, one heart beating, one life. One heart beating, one life. One heart beating. See our brothers and sisters in everyone. No one's outside the circle, no us and them. Bend our differences, see what we can learn from one another. With love we affirm. We are one people, breathing one air, one human family that we all share. We are one spirit, come from one mind, one heart beating, one life. One heart beating, one life. One heart beating. We are one people, breathing one air, one human family that we all share. We are one spirit, come from one mind, one heart beating, one life. One heart beating, one life. One heart beating, one life. One heart beating, one life.
Thank you. Thank you. So now we're going to take a moment and we're going to bless this offering. We're going to bless your giving. Feel good about your giving. So in this moment, right where you are, we just hold out our hands, we open our heart, and we see that this blessing, this offering, this giving, this contribution that you have made is blessed, and it is a blessing to our Agape community, our Agape family, our Agape nation. We see that your contribution, your choice to give, is allowing us to continue to flourish, to expand, to offer these courses and classes, to allow Reverend Michael to continue his brilliant teachings around this world, and for our staff and ministries to continue to flourish. So we're deeply grateful. We see that the blessing we see it manifesting beyond anything we could know to ask for. And we see that it continues to allow our Agape family to be very closely and tightly united and interwoven. And so it is. Amen and amen. Thank you, everyone.
Give Suzi Lula, Reverend Suzi Lula, some love and appreciation. I know you're going to chat in on the chat about it. And bless you, Reverend Suzi. That was fabulous. I really enjoyed it. So we're going to stand up right where you are. We're going to prepare to pray out. I'm going to invite Reverend Julie Moret to come forward to do the benediction. Remember, Dr. Michael will be back next Sunday also. Remember that you probably want to hear it again, so just stay tuned. Meditations at 11, services at 11:30.
Blessed always,
Blessed always, for the arms of God
surround us.
let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God and
still smiling? Is your heart smiling inside? Are you so filled up with warmth and love and joy from this service? I'm so grateful and thankful that we get to come together in this way, and through Reverend Suzi today, we have our hearts opened up so wide with joy and hope and possibility no matter what, that we get to keep rising, we get to keep showing up. I'm so grateful for this opportunity to remember who we really are always, that it's still in there, ready to burst through and shine and raise the roof on this whole world. So grateful for this time of coming together and loving out loud. I bless Reverend Michael right where he is, praying that he gets some rest and rejuvenation and joy and fun, blessing all the students that are tuning in with him right now. And I bless each and every one of us, knowing that as we move forward, we do so with a smile in our hearts, so wide, so big, that we get to love up this world and be a new dawn. With gratitude, I allow it to be, and I say, and so it is. Amen.
Thanks to Daniel Nahmod. Thank you, Jamie Lula. It's a beautiful house band. And Mitch Foreman's birthday! Blessings, Agape.